Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I know that I think Teresa's here. Great. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone and thanks for making the time to join us this afternoon. I am Ana J. Almanzar, the board chair of the Mayor's Fund and the deputy mayor for Strategic Initiatives. I am calling this meeting to order, but before we do that, I would like to introduce two of our new members of the board. First, our fantastic Commissioner for the Office of Labor Relations, Renee Campion, who has been 22 years, Renee?
Yeah, 22 years.
22 years.
Yeah, wow.
And is the first woman to be appointed to the commissionership at our Office of Labor Relations. So thank you for all you do, and thank you for your willingness to serve with us as a member of the board.
Thank you.
Also, we have Tishana Alexander. The way we spell the commissioner's name. Our apologies, Commissioner. We're going to fix it. We got it? Oh, the Z instead of the S. Yes, double Z. We got it. Sorry about that. We have another member. She was unable to accompany us today. She's under the weather. Dishana Alexander. Dishana Alexander is the deputy chief of many things, including HR, a lot of experience in the city. She has also volunteered to serve with us as part of the board and as a director and our secretary. She's very sorry she wasn't able to make it today, but is looking forward to joining these meetings in the future. Good. And then I'm going to pass it on to our interim executive director, right, Lorea?
Great, thank you. So for the meeting agenda, there's 3 sets of minutes that require board approval. The first you'll find on page 3 of the board book. It's the January 26th meeting. Wait for everyone to find that. With permission from the chair, I'd like to ask a motion to be made to approve the minutes of the January 26th meeting.
Could I say something about the minutes of this meeting?
Yeah.
I would just, for the record, say that since we have like a verbatim video, I think it's fine to have the minutes reflect motions that were made, etc. But I would just refer people interested in that meeting to the video, which is online, as well as to the minutes. I think the video will supplement what's in the minutes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we could approve as amended.
Yes.
Yep.
As defined.
Great.
We'll go for a vote.
Yeah, is there a motion to enter those minutes?
I think we need
Yeah.
a motion to adopt the amendment.
To adopt.
Yeah, so all in favor of adopting the January 26th meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
As amended, aye.
Recommended aye. Perfect.
Great. The second set of minutes is from the meeting on February 22nd and is found on page 6 of the board book. And with the permission of the chair, I'd like to ask a motion to be made to approve the minutes from the February 2nd meeting.
So moved.
The same point made by Bill, that this the detail of that meeting are recorded and published. Then in more detail, the conversation that is reflected in our discussion is on that video for anyone who was interested in seeing it. Page 6, right?
Great. So all in favor of the adoption of the February 2nd meeting minutes, say aye.
As
Aye.
amended.
As
As
amended.
amended.
Yes, as amended. And then the third and last set of minutes is from the meeting of the Audit and Finance Committee that we held virtually on October 22nd and should be found on page 8 of the board book. With the permission of the chair, I'd like to ask that the motion be made to approve the minutes of the October 22nd meeting. For
Yeah,
any
so moved.
amendments? Okay.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of the adoption of the Audit and Finance Committee meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, I want to call attention to the consent agenda, and these items are all resolutions that we previously adopted, and so they don't require any action in this meeting, but we want to enter them into the meeting minutes. So the first resolution is proposing a new president of the board, and that's on page 11 of the board book. The second resolution is naming me, Lorraine Harrington Trujillo, as Vice President of the Board, and it's on page 12 of the Board Book. And then the third is naming Deshauna Alexander as the Secretary of the Board on page 13. In the agenda, you'll see the last item is the resolution to adopt the FY24 external audit. We'll actually send that resolution an email to circulate for approval outside of the meeting.
I have a question.
Okay.
Deshauna is the secretary. Is she also
A director?
a director?
Yes.
Is that a separate resolution?
That's an appointed role.
Secretary is. Or
No,
the-
her
or direct-
director role was appointed.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, right. We don't need to approve each other. Got it. Thank you.
Great. I'll turn it back to our chair.
Thank you.
Do you have the email? Because it's in the minutes here. Yeah, I do. So I remember it.
Are we trying to do it?
Oh, yeah, we're sending that an email.
Okay, good. And then we put the resolution on the, perfect, good. No worries, no. We're doing the same thing. So we're just gonna be able to vote on the three that we just discussed on the new president. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner.
No, I was gonna say we vote on them one at a time.
Correct, yes. We'll go first on the president, and that is on page 11. I said on page 11, as Maria mentioned, on page 10, I'm sorry.
That's 11.
Page 11. Anybody want to take a motion on voting on this president?
Oh, I'll move that we adopt resolution number, the resolution related to the office of the president.
Perfect. Want someone wants to second it?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. So moved. Now we'll vote on the Mayor's Fund in our appointment of Gloria Trujillo, Harrington Trujillo, to the office of Vice President of the fund.
I move for the resolution of the appointment of the office of the vice president.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Bill. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Congratulations, Mayor. And now we're proposing a resolution to vote on the Mayor's Fund for the appointment of Deshauna Alexander to the office of Secretary to the Mayor's Fund, to the board.
I put the resolution.
Thank you.
Second.
Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. So moved. And I know that Loria mentioned the email that we sent with the audit, and we can vote on that via email. I'll have the records for that on our minutes for our next meeting. Good? Perfect. And then, wow, this was quick.
Yeah, it was very quick.
This is very efficient.
We could vote on the resolution to adopt the audit because most of the people were, with the exception of you, Renee, were here for the audit report. So, I mean, unless you want to do it out of form differently, but.
Would you?
I don't have a
Teresa,
preference
what do you
as
think?
long as, yeah, if we can vote.
Teresa.
I think it's fine, because
Okay,
most
vote.
everybody here made up the audit and finance committee.
Yes.
Yeah, they were
So
all
we
here.
can, yes, how about since you all did that, we can do that. There was a quorum, so you can go for the vote.
Perfect. So I'll propose the resolution to vote on our FY24 external audit.
I'll second.
So, yeah.
Good?
Second, sorry.
Second. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Good. Thank you. Those are our items that we need to vote for. there any questions on any of those resolutions, by the way? Good. I should have asked that before we voted. But anyways, new business. 2 items to discuss. One is, do we want to keep the makeup of our audit and finance committee as is? Or do we want to add another member, since we have been able to successfully grow the size of the board as we so wanted since the beginning of the year, to make us a more robust institution? And to reflect that change, we wanted to have a discussion about, should we then have that change reflected in the size and the composition of our finance and audit committee?
What's the current makeup?
It's 4 of us, right? It's the 3 of us, right? Bill, Commissioner Cortez Vasquez, Dawn, and I.
I would recommend that we, at a minimum, include Wendy as our treasurer. She's been working with me closely and attending that meeting, but is informally on the committee.
Good.
I'm willing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Teresa, I was going to say, you might want to check if the treasurer could be on that committee, because I think that there's something about whether they can't be. So, like you
Because she's
not
not
have
a
be a full member.
Director.
Got it.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
If there's a member, a non-voting member, there's always an opportunity to be a non-voting member. So I'll confirm that.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Thanks. So we'll wait for the confirmation of that information from Teresa, and once then we can draft a resolution to then vote, if we also agree, on adding Wendy to the outing. How does that sound?
Yeah, and I would even
if it's
amend it
possible.
to say that she should always be present and
Yes.
present, but I think that she can't be a voting
A
member.
voting member.
That makes sense.
Good.
I'll confirm it, definitely.
Yeah.
If we're looking to expand the Audit
Yes.
and Finance Committee, I'm willing to
Oh.
absolutely be be a member, ready to roll up my sleeves and do everything I can to help.
That's great.
We accept.
Okay.
Absolutely. Can we make a resolution now to have vote in Renee if we so wanted to?
Yeah,
Good.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
go ahead,
to ask
Teresa.
if I'm gonna be recognized. I just want to confirm the membership as it is now.
Yes.
Before voting on it. So
Correct.
if you don't mind just reiterating who
Yes.
the current members are.
So the chair of the board, right, Anna Almanza is
Mhm.
part. Bill Hansen,
Mhm.
Lorraine Cortez Vasquez,
Mhm.
and Dawn Pinnock.
Okay. And so now we're moving.
We are present the resolution to have Renee Campion see how I pronounce your name correctly? You're surprised. Okay. See, I pay attention. Renee Campion to be a voting member
Mhm.
of our audit and finance committee.
Second.
Those in
Aye.
favor? Aye. Good. Perfect. Welcome, Renee. Thank you.
Terrific,
Thanks,
absolutely.
Renee.
Thrilled to be here.
Do you mind, just for a point of clarification, after confirmation on just the rules of order, if we send around Wendy as a non-voting board member after this meeting, but rather than waiting until the next full board meeting, send that around to the group, to the other, just to make sure that that's something that you all can agree on, at least electronically, prior to the next meeting. I just hate to slow things up between now and the next meeting. So is that
Absolutely.
okay? Okay.
Great. Thanks,
Okay.
Teresa. Good. And then our next order of new business is to introduce our new staff from which sort of did to the Mayor's Fund. Teresa Hasler, who joined us about, what is it, Teresa, 6 weeks ago?
Yes.
It's been almost a year, but we welcome you.
6 weeks, 6 years.
6 weeks, 6 years. Who's counting? Who's counting?
Yeah, I dye my gray hair, so.
Well, we all, this side of the business. But want to thank you for joining the Mayor's Fund, for all you've done to this moment, for looking everywhere and finding us in a good place and working in partnership with Lorea, and I know that the Mayor's Fund is in great hands. And I know as we grow the team at the Mayor's Fund, you're going to be a great partner there to help us not only hire those who are about to hire, but also to help us also move along those who are departing from the Mayor's Fund. I know that someone left not too long ago, but also to help us do that too. So thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome.
Congratulations and
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
I know, and I don't want to embarrass her, but just to make sure that we acknowledge.
Brittany.
Yeah, hi, Brittany.
I'm hiding Brittany.
Hi, how are you? Welcome, Brittany.
Welcome.
Brittany Cassell is the Senior Manager of Development.
Thank
Senior
you.
Manager.
Development. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, welcome. Yes,
Very welcome.
She joined just in the past month, so this is your first board meeting as well. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to publicly acknowledge all the work that Lorea has done to keep us on track, to be able to work with the audit external organizations to get us to where we are and looking at the numbers and being able to also have on time, right? So keep the commitment to have it do so before the end of October and have that done successfully. I really appreciate all you've done and will continue to do as the team keeps growing. It's
Thank
been
you.
an absolute pleasure. And when we walked out of our board meeting a few weeks ago, Commissioner Cortez Vasquez told me, "Where do you find Manena?" Greatest compliment one can get, right? So I'm very happy to have you with us. And thank
Glad
you.
to be here.
And we don't have any old business. With that, I can call the meeting to be adjourned if there's no new or old business to be brought up to the board. No? Good.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We gotta make a motion.
Oh, a motion. I know how to, motion to adjourn. Yes.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
That was so efficient.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I know that I think Teresa shared. Great. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone and thanks for making the time to join us this afternoon. I am Ana Almanzar, the board chair of the Mayor's Fund and the deputy mayor for Strategic Initiatives. I am calling this meeting to order, but before we do that, I would like to introduce two of our new members to the board. First, our fantastic commissioner for the Office of